Welcome to another episode of NeoEnglish. Today we have an exciting topic, SpaceX's Crew-10 launch. This mission is making way for two astronauts to return home from space. Sounds amazing, right?
Yes, SpaceX sent a new group of astronauts to the International Space Station. And now, two astronauts who were already there, Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, can come back to Earth. It's like when a new work shift starts, and the previous team finally goes home.
Exactly. Let's break this down. Launch means to send something into the air or space. For example, when you throw a paper airplane, you launch it. Or when a company starts selling a new product, they launch it.
Yes, so SpaceX launched Crew-10, which means they sent astronauts into space. The word crew means a group of people working together, usually on a ship or aircraft. For example, the people who work on an airplane are called the cabin crew, and the people who sail a ship are part of a ship's crew.
Great examples. SpaceX launched Crew-10, sending new astronauts up, and now Wilmore and Williams, who are already at the International Space Station, will return. This is a crew swap mission, meaning one team replaces another.
Right. Swap means to exchange one thing for another. Like if I have a chocolate bar and you have a bag of chips, we can swap them. Or if you have a morning shift at work, and I have the evening shift, we can swap shifts.
That's a very useful word. Now, about the International Space Station, or ISS for short. It's a big laboratory in space where astronauts live and work. They do experiments, fix equipment, and learn about how space affects humans.
Yes, the ISS is like a floating house for scientists. And this whole mission is part of NASA's work. NASA is the U.S. space agency that explores space and studies planets, stars, and even black holes.
That's why this mission is important. SpaceX helps send new astronauts so that Wilmore and Williams can finally come back home. They've been away in space for a long time. Imagine being in space and missing home-cooked meals or your own bed.
Oh yes, living in space must be exciting, but also difficult. They don't have fresh air, regular gravity, or even showers like we do on Earth.
That's right. So, let's quickly go over the key vocabulary and phrases we learned today.
First, launch means to send something into the air or space, like launching a rocket or launching a new product.
Then, crew is a team working together, like a ship's crew or a flight crew.
Swap means to exchange something, like swapping food or swapping work shifts.
And finally, the International Space Station is a big lab in space where astronauts live and work.
Now let's summarize the news in another way to make sure we understand.
Imagine you are working on a project far from home, in a lab in the middle of the ocean. You and one other teammate have been there for months. Then, a new team arrives to take your place. That means you can finally return home to your family, fresh air, and hot food.
That's exactly what's happening with the astronauts. SpaceX sent new astronauts to the space station so that the astronauts who were already there can return home.
And that's our episode for today. Thanks for joining us on NeoEnglish.
Have a great day, and keep practicing your English.